Hello, welcome to Cultural Anthropology 214. This group is going to touch on the relationship of anthropology and business. We're going to show you how anthropology can lead to the success in the business world. The group members who collaborated on this project are Yvette Scott, Adam Story, and myself, Nichelle Whitaker. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the presentation. So what is anthropology? Anthropology is basically the study of humans, humans of the past, humans of the present, and humans of the future. Anthropology is derived from the Greek words anthropos and logia. Anthropos, in literal meaning, is human beings, and logia means the study of. So the literal definition of anthropology is the study of human beings. And there are 4 subfields of anthropology, and they are archaeology, social and cultural anthropology, biological anthropology, and linguistic anthropology. So in the following slide, it is going to be discussed how anthropology actually relates to the business field. So how can anthropology relate to business? Anthropology is basically used in boardrooms across the world to see how consumers relate to products that are being marketed every day. Many corporations around the world gather insight from consumers through either surveys or even consumer testing. So when creating or promoting or even advertising different products or services to consumers, you have to take into consideration the different cultures that you are trying to appeal to. So there are many different cultures around the world, and pretty much culture is defined as the social behavior and norms found in human societies. So therefore, when running or even creating a business, you can get a further insight, and you can actually go further in business when you actually take into consideration all the different cultures and the desires that each culture may have. So when running a business, it's very wise to see what culture of people are around you. You're going to take into consideration beliefs they may have, and some things that they may do ritually, or some things that they even see as taboo. The more that you can appease the entire crowd, the more successful a business can run or be. So for example, if you're trying to market alcohol, you're definitely not going to market it to people in Saudi Arabia, because they definitely do not drink. Nor are you going to try to sell bacon to a Muslim, because culturally that's just incorrect. So you have to definitely take into consideration who your audience is and what the needs are. And if you can find a common ground for cultures around the world, find pretty much relationships among the cultures so that you can product something that different cultures can buy or can access through you. And this is how business offices are pretty much looking at things. The more that they can market to and the less that they have to create means the more successful a business can be. While most big executives are pretty much masters at analyzing data, creating processes, and pitching product ideas, anthropologists actually function as the mouthpiece for consumers. The anthropologists actually bring in insight from the end users and bringing it to the big corporate offices. Now, some people may not think this is very important, but it is extremely valuable, and pretty much what customers want from the product and what companies think that the customers may want sometimes tend to be a bit different. So anthropologists definitely gap the bridge between big executive businesses and the actual consumers who are actually using these products on a regular basis. Looking at Adidas for an example, this brand has always been pretty much associated and affiliated with elite performance. You thinking marathon runners, football players, basketball players. It was definitely in that league. But the vice president, James Carnes, he noticed that he kept running into people who were jogging around the city and they were headed to the gym and they were on their way to yoga. And he knew absolutely nothing about yoga. He didn't even see it as a sport. But he realized at this point in time that there was a disconnect between what he saw the need for the Adidas brand and what other people may have viewed the need to be. So after hiring a company called Red, they pretty much use their anthropologists to see what the real need was for the Adidas brand, and they did surveys for men and women, and they in reviewing some of the women, about 25 out of 30 some odd women sent the response back saying that they use the Adidas brands to fit into a little black dress. So the goals were not just for to be, athletic, but it was overall, generally, people wanted to use the brand to be healthy. So this pretty much triggered him into thinking a different way outside of the box. So this is definitely one good example of how anthropology affects the business world. With Carney's epiphany and research done on the Adidas product, he pretty much came up with a moment of clarity. And it pretty much says that if urban sports are on par with basketball or soccer, Adidas must then deliver on products with functionality, aesthetics, and quality. So Adidas must lead, not copy, in this whole new entire category of the lifestyle of sports. So the company went from being a sports brand exclusively for athletes to becoming an inclusive brand, inviting all of us to join the movement of a living, healthier, and better life. So with the help of the Red Company, Adidas was able to understand the world of its consumers a whole lot better. So by observing people's daily lives and the ways in which they would interact with the products, consultancies like Red are able to pretty much discern what products mean to customers in a way that big data can't really determine. While it's good to have an MBA, a lot of consulting firms like Red Associates do not really focus on people who have MBAs. Those who have MBAs tend to focus more so on block matter, but though they look for people in fields with humanities, like philosophy, sociology, and anthropology. These type of fields definitely delve deeper into what society desires and the differences between cultures, and this definitely plays a role in how successful and how widespread a business can be. So anthropology definitely has a key in the success or failure rate of a company. So where are the anthropologists working? Today's anthropologists don't just work in exotic locations. They can be found in many type of fields. They can be found in corporations, all levels of government, educational institutions, and even nonprofits. And there are actually four main career paths anthropology graduates take, and they're going to be in academic careers, corporate or business careers, government careers, or like I said, nonprofit or community-based careers. So depending on what it is you actually want to do within the anthropology field, determines on how many classes you should actually take. If you don't want to delve too deep into anthropology, then a few classes will be fine because you can take on many different types of entry level roles within this. But if you want to actually go deeper into uh, anthropology, as in like archaeology, forensics, or even traveling from country to country, then a doctorate would be more sufficient for you. So when taking anthropology, it can definitely take you to another level in the business world. You should definitely think about what sector of public health you would like to concentrate in. So this will give you the opportunity to learn what type of illness is most common in diverse communities, travel around the world, and also do research. If you want to be in this field, you should just tailor your coursework towards what you want to concentrate in. For example, if you want to concentrate in environmental health, you should definitely take a few courses that focus on that. And that would be something like ecology or biology. But if you want to focus on social behavioral health, I would pretty much recommend taking courses in psychology or sociology or even anthropology to put you further in your career. So as a recap, Adidas is a global company that participates in the use of anthropology all over the world. Adidas basically has a long track record in sustainability, and they're actually proud of their accomplishments. However, they will never rest on their laurels. Adidas is constantly striving to improve their sustainability and performance while acting upon leadership roles as well as listening to the expectations of their stakeholders and consumers. So Adidas makes efforts in creating tangible goals that have a direct impact on the world of sports as well as the general goal of health. As a global sports company, Adidas believes that through the understanding of different facets of sports activities, they actually have the power to change lives. This is supported by the tons of research that they've conducted over the years, and it shows their consumers that they believe that sports makes us healthy and happy, and that it creates value and empowers people all over the world. And also, an impressive 92% even say that sports has a positive impact on society as a whole. Globalization of business is a change from a company associated with a single country to one that operates in multiple countries. With globalization, there's an increase in interaction of people through the growth of international ideas, revenues, and culture. Because globalization involves goods and services, economic resources of capital, technology, and data, it's important that you understand the different societies out there. So, in understanding different societies and cultures, this allows a business to develop a better understanding of how to market and develop products for a wider variety of people around the world. In conclusion, anthropology definitely has a big role in a lot of these businesses today, and you can definitely find some type of career within this particular liberal arts degree. Plenty of businesses utilize anthropology in creating new products, new ideas, sales pitches, and other criteria as such. So, if you want to go into anthropology. Don't ever be discouraged, because there are plenty of fields that you can choose from to be successful in. Thank you.